What's going on, guys? Welcome back to our edition of Holy Triad Football Podcast. It's me, AY, coming to you from the beautiful state capital, the blue state, the Commonwealth, Pennsylvania, to my west. D-Berg, what's up?
A surprisingly business as usual attitude here in the Buckeye State, the state capital, Columbus. That can't be generating great football karma for them down the road.
Well, hopefully,
because very lucky.
All eyes are on that last game of the year. Hopefully, they continue to have eyes on there instead of the 6th or 7th game of the year.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Can to my east, what's up?
A little chill in the air these days. Just getting out from under this tropical storm. It was not very tropical. It was pretty chilly, but withstood that. Got a little bit of a cough, but what's on the other side of the week? 81-degree weather. So. The last gasp of summer.
Yep.
But
speaking of which, there was a chili cook-off, not a chili cock-off. That'd be weird. Chili cook-off at work today. And there were some, I thought, reasonable call-outs. Too early for chili?
Yeah. Though the last couple of weeks have been chilly.
I don't see.
I made chicken noodle soup last week.
AY's working up a point here.
No, I do see both sides here. I think once we get a cold snap, I think everything's game on. As long as you're under the understanding of, hey, it's not here to stay per se, but if it's chilly out, by all means, enjoy your chili. If we have an 81-degree day, like Kane's talking about next week, say it's on a Saturday and it's 82 out, I better not sniff anything about chili. I mean, It is late September. Oktoberfest is going on. The de facto kickoff to fall, with fall having started a week ago, albeit it doesn't feel like it in certain places. I think it's a case-by-case basis, as is seemingly most things nowadays. There's no black and white anymore.
True.
What do you think? Was it good?
I didn't have any. No. There was the last thing I was doing was going up to 10 different cooks and saying, "Hey, did you use any peanuts or nuts in this?"
Yeah,
I'm like, I don't know. I think you're good, and I'm like, okay, and I just walk away. So I saw that scenario already playing out and just skipped it. And we had a food truck. I had a burger instead. So there were a couple chili burger. Now that was an interesting move.
I like chili burgers. I think
chili burgers can over chili dog.
Not over it, but I like it.
All right. Yeah. And we may have all video of me tonight. We'll see. Internet cooperated thus far. If I go dark,
you know why. Yeah, you want to start out with the headliner, AY?
Yeah, let's do it.
We could, get it right off your chest.
I guess I want to hear from you guys. I mean, I watched the whole game. You guys, I don't think watched it initially.
I saw 40% of the plays.
I wonder how you took this game in. I guess my overarching
Penn State Rutgers Classic, or not 100%.
Not that many turnovers, right? How many turnovers were there in there?
I don't think there were that many. Were there?
And which one?
Well, Turnova had what, 6 can?
Turnova had 5 interceptions.
Yeah. 5 interceptions. He did the Del Home.
Yeah.
So
yeah, one for each. He had 5. Same number as his number. Yeah.
I guess we'll start we can start at my overarching feeling of everything here is summed up in, I guess, one word. Sadness.
No turnovers in this game, by the way. So it does not merit the Penn State Rutgers Classic.
No.
There was 4 turnovers on downs. That was insane. Each one of them. Each one just huge plays. All 4 weren't like these like fourth and 6 from like mid the 40, like in the quarter. No, Notre Dame's were both deep in territory. Ohio State was at the 1 and driving to take the lead with 4 to go. These are wild defensive plays. I mean, yeah, it's just been a sad few days. I haven't gone back and watched anything. I haven't read anything. I haven't clicked anything. I haven't listened to anything. I'm kind of like Wally. I kind of just like buzz around, scooping stuff up till my box gets full, and then I dump it out. It just compartmentalize it, and once it gets full, you just dump it and move on without anything else. So, I mean, maybe eventually I'll revisit it. Maybe when there's something good going on, you can like revisit it and then immediately flip back to like, how it's like eye bleach.
Yeah.
Or like mood bleach.
You have not seen the highlights.
Just this morning, I was scrolling through the timeline and somebody tweeted out a video of the 5 plays Notre Dame ran. The last 5 plays Notre Dame ran. And I knew like 3 of them, like things got fuzzy towards the end. Like second half, like the nerves were full. Those beers were freaking flowing.
Yeah.
It was wild. I remember the 2. I remember when Notre Dame got to stop 4th down. It was like the first time I said words in like 3 hours. I think I terrified hand. She sat the first half with me. I might have said 4 words the whole half. Because I just like to. I don't want to be on my phone. I just want to watch the game.
Yep.
But so that's a long way of saying that 4th down stop with 4 and change to go. I just like stood up and I was just like, "Let's freaking go!" Like just like that. I didn't say it loud or anything. I just like said it.
You were nervous. You're nervous.
And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, okay, 2 first downs. And of course, they get 2 first downs in the first 2 plays. Like it could have used it.
That's not what they needed.
It could have got it on 2nd down both times, used extra plays, but. And then I remember there was that weird play with the blown up in the backfield, and the incomplete pass where JTT almost picked it.
Yeah.
And then the run. And I remember Ohio State getting the ball, and I can't for the life of me remember how they got down there. I just remember the last 2 plays.
Yep.
And then
they converted a 3rd and 10 as well, right? And then a 4th and 7.
I know there was one 4th down in there, right?
There was a 3rd and 10 deep into the territory, and then they had the 4th and 7 to Southern Columbia's very own. And then
he had like 2 catches all game. I don't even know. I don't even know.
Version was his. Yes.
Like, I don't even know. I'm doing it right now. I don't even know who won.
And then it was the grounding. Though I'm not 100% sure that should have been grounded. There was somebody there. Irregardless. That's how you got the 3rd and 19. And then, there was a lot of talk about how had they not called the screen pass that ended up incomplete, Ohio State would have had to use a timeout there. The timeout for the
I know. I have to get the ball with 2:20 to go. It could have been like 1:30 to go.
Yeah. It's tough. It's. I mean, those things add up. Those are the things you think about as a fan, not even counting as a coach or a player, right?
I'm looking at the team stats now. I don't know who won total yards.
You did not see on the Twitter machine that there was one of the Notre Dame beat writers had a clip in the Tennessee State game with them.
No, I did see that. I saw that headline today.
The 10-man on there, and it'll hurt them against better teams.
Yeah, that's kind of funny how that came back.
Yeah,
Ohio State won the yardage by 15. So.
Very even matchup. Of course, Ohio State fans will say, "Oh, we would have, should have, if we had any of those 4th and shorts, we would have won comfortably or whatever." But
no, I feel like the game flow was. I thought it was a toss-up game. If anything, I get that 4th and 1 at the Notre Dame won. Obviously, it could have went either way, but if you can objectively say Ohio State was the better team, like unequivocally, then I think you're just
no. I don't think it was an evenly matched game. It was a good college football game.
You absolutely can't say that.
Like it's a toss-up.
As far as the 10 men on the field, look, I mean, I get people just want to point fingers, get to the root of it, blame, find something to place their blame and channel.
That's not what you put the blame on. No.
And I just don't want to hear any of that. I don't care. I don't care how it happened. A breakdown. Freeman fell on the sword. That's not why Notre Dame lost the game. There's a myriad of other plays. I get it. It's defined by that one play because everything came out of that. But look,
do you believe that they should stop wearing green jerseys? There's some on this
please
that believe they should stop wearing green
jerseys. I buy into this. Wear them against Army, Navy, Ball State.
Who's that win percentage?
Wear your gimmick jerseys. I mean, this is traumatizing. Once was traumatizing against USC. How do you do this to yourselves again?
It is kind of crazy how the green jerseys and the same camera angle.
Oh, the same end zone.
Like the same spot on the field.
It's just, I mean, I don't know.
Probably at least it wasn't a QB sneak, but
maybe the two most crushing L's.
Oh my God.
I even saw.
Will Marcus Freeman get a new contract out of this one, though?
That's another thing too. I can't even imagine what's going on in some of these posts and mailbags. I saw a headline from Mandel's mailbag. Is the job too big for Freeman?
Oh, sorry. Did I say Ferguson or Freeman?
It's either clickbait, which is sad, or it's actually like he's posting about that, which is equally as sad. Like that's just ridiculous. Somebody today said Michigan State's search should start with Marcus Freeman. Here's why. Like, who's clicking that? People, I'm sure.
Should start with Scott Frost.
They were in the right realm. They were right to be in the Holy Try realm for their coaching search.
One would hope. There are some that would hope.
I'm hoping they give Pitt's OC's brother a call. Actually, no, I don't want to do that to Kurt.
Yeah. Is that the guy with the phone?
Yeah.
The phone.
I guess what we take from this game is it just sucks. I mean, it's just there's no way around it. You just gotta take it on the face.
It sucks ass, but the season is not over.
Right. Not a playoff eliminator. Yeah. And
it's not need dominoes, but you know what?
I don't even think you need that many dominoes.
I actually started doing like some gymnastics for like 4 seconds, and I said, "What are you doing?"
Let's see if the pics reflect it this week.
I said, just freaking stop.
Let's see some pillars.
Get off the mat this weekend.
Yep.
Go.
Well, I mean, it's lucky that you guys have a big matchup this weekend.
Right? I was gonna get to that. I think it is good that it's a night game. Mm-hmm. I don't love it on the road, but I mean, it's Duke. No offense, Duke.
Geez.
It can't be.
Yeah, I mean, it's their biggest.
So
game.
Nobody gets ejected. They have to run all the way out into the.
Yeah, I mean,
like Paris Ford back a couple years ago. Got ejected from target. Had to run like 50 yards into the locker room.
I remember this game was hyped up like 5-6 years ago, and I think it was like 38-0 at one point. But
are you locking up this 5.5? Is that what you're saying?
We'll get to it, but I do think it's good that it is maybe even like be with yourselves and just like you know how they say like business trip, like it's just you guys in the hotel.
Exactly, you get some guy. The game days there.
Just get away from it and get off the mat. But we'll get to it.
Yep.
So yeah.
I mean, yours was obviously the headliner, and a week chock full of headliners. The most top 25 versus top 25 matchups since 2006. I guess we can get through the snoozers. Oregon took care of business against Dion.
What do we think of people saying this delivered?
What delivered?
The weekend.
Who said that?
I forget. I saw in a headline.
Is it? I mean, it's probably based off of this game, along with not even one of the ranked matchups, the Clemson game going overtime. That was very good.
Yeah, that was it. I thought.
Maybe they're just basing off of ratings.
No, I don't know. I don't know about that. The UCLA Utah game was a snooze fest, but it was close.
That game was rough. I was watching that and I was just like pounding my head against the freaking wall.
Alabama Ole Miss wasn't all that fun, but Alabama eventually figured it out.
Yeah, I didn't watch any of that.
The Clemson Florida State game was a good game. That was
good. That was a lot of fun.
I think Florida State's gonna get nicked here once or twice down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm glad you said it, not me.
Yeah, but so that there's a domino for you, AY. There's one.
Oh yeah, I mean there's so much to go.
Yeah,
and the Pac-12 having 6, maybe 7 competent teams.
Oh yeah, every one of them's gonna beat each other up.
Yeah, which it seems impossible for them to be left out, but I think they will. Especially if one of those you'd think Irish beat USC in this gymnastics routine we're doing already.
Yep,
we're not doing it yet. We can address this.
Get by Duke first, but
get by Duke, get by Louisville, and season is fully back on with USC.
Please. Louisville, I'm not wavering. There's your pre-lock for me in a few weeks. Pitt is beating Louisville. That team. Yak the snack, you kidding me? They play Louisville after Duke the week after.
Yeah, another night, 4 straight night games.
Good. Hopefully they beat them by 50, and then Pitt will just finish out the steam rolling.
What I would do for just a nice 3:30 slot.
Yeah. Or about a nice CW slot.
Oh, the CW.
What if that
CW 6 o'clock slot?
Yeah. That Pitt game should be 2:30. That'd be good.
Good.
Wheelhouse.
We didn't pick the game, but Jumbo did cover last week, but in doing so lost his quarterback, Wigman out.
Oh yeah, I did miss that. You sent that in earlier. Yeah, it's
Wigman out for the year.
Yeah, my first thought of that was now we're gonna hear about next off season is him coming back, his first game. You know they play week 1 next year.
No, I don't.
They host the Irish.
All
we're gonna hear.
That'll be good.
He's back, something to prove. Build off last year, cut short. Oh my God!
I can't wait.
We'll see how Notre Dame and Riley Leonard.
That's right. Yeah, Lenhard.
He's gonna know this weekend. We're gonna recruit him.
Yep.
He's gonna be Alabama's quarterback next year.
I hope not.
All right. Before we move on to this week, Dan, anything you want to say about your game?
Absolutely not. Didn't get one of the. Well, I'll say this: I didn't get one of the known quantity being 7 to 8 good defensive performances this season. Could bank those. One of those was not. One of those tokens was not used against North Carolina, and I had some fun, which will be fun. I think I was saying on Sunday actually. It's only going to be fun with Veer if he's really good and then ends up being better than whoever comes after DLR or something like that. I was having some fun, though, saying he was thwarting the comeback efforts against North Carolina with the fumble and a couple of interceptions.
Sure.
But it didn't matter. They were not going to win that game because the defense – it was actually – last year's I think it was 40 to 24 last year. It was very similar, actually. Carolina created some separation a little bit earlier than they did. It was actually up 10 in the third quarter last season, but came out, a little bit of spunk. Just not going to be good enough against good quarterbacks because it's never been good enough against good quarterbacks as long as Narduzzi's been there.
Yep.
On to Virginia Tech.
You got some thoughts on your game?
I won't dive too deeply. It's very good. Obviously, you guys might have seen it. A lot of the fervor that Penn State had was because of 2021 and what may or may not have been said before and during the game, made clear by the fans and then doubled down on by their coaches. It's very good to see a program that deserved it get that type of a shellacking. because they were two scumbags for that back in 2021, booing injured players. It's good to see that happen to them, and I mean that nobody was under any illusions on the level of offense that Iowa had, but the ineptitude that was displayed, it's the 76 yards given up by Penn State was a top 10 least amount of yards given up. It is I think all the other 9 of the top 10 are like from 1957 or before. So modern era, it was a generational display of ineptitude from Iowa. I think that's on both sides. I think it's a lot of good defense from Penn State, but obviously Iowa is not known for having a good offense. And what's even more amazing is of those 76 yards, 60 something of them were in the first quarter on the backs of like on the backs of like a couple of plays. In fact, 76 yards, I think there was a 20-yard play and an 18-yard play in the first quarter. So it's really amazing to see. It really is. It's good to see Penn State, kind of break their will, because Iowa's not a bad defense, obviously. And to see Penn State grind out drives and to really take it to a physical defense was good to see. Again, kind of similar to the Illinois game. These guys are just kind of playing their game, and something that is I wouldn't say it's concerning, but it's something that we haven't seen in the first 4 games is many explosive plays, right? Again, Allard didn't throw any balls downfield past 20 yards. I think he's only thrown 2 this year past 20 yards in the air, which is crazy, right? So whether that's them holding him, not holding him back, but I think it's just the way that he's wired. He's not forcing it in. They've hammered it into him to take the check downs and basically take the 7 yards when he can get it, right? He's more than happy to do that. But more than the bombs, which obviously he's capable of throwing with that arm, it's great to see him zip the ball in there and display the arm strength on, tight window passes, which was good to see. But I love to see eventually. You thought you'd see the explosive plays against Delaware. You didn't. They went on like 8, 10-play drives down the field for all 63 of their points. Every touchdown was like I think the longest touchdown was from 6 yards out. Every touchdown was from like inside the 5. So they marched down the field on Delaware. I'd love to see them get some explosive plays this week, but again, we'll get to that soon enough. But very satisfying win, and it felt good. It was great to see. The hype is definitely there for this defense. I think they've got a lot of amazing pieces out there. I'm really excited about it, but again, I don't know how much you could take from this amazing display against this amazingly bad offense. So that's all I'll say.
Another juggernaut following Illinois, Iowa, now Northwestern offense.
Northwestern coming off 3 touchdowns in the fourth.
We'll really learn a lot again this weekend.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll learn if they can get explosive plays against juggernaut, a non-juggernaut defense.
No, all kidding aside, the defense, I'm pretty sure is really good. Just kind of want to see it in action once.
Yeah.
We will.
We will in a month.
We will.
Penn State has everything in front of them. They're scheduled. They couldn't ask for anything better to get some nicks and bruises taken care of here. You play Northwestern, which should not be difficult. Then you got a bye. Then you got UMass, which hopefully should not be difficult. And then you got Ohio State. It sets up very nicely. And, this is as excited I feel like I've been in a long time. If I were a Penn State fan, I would be. The one thing that has crept into my mind.
If you didn't have the memory of a goldfish.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, your season will start till after Halloween.
Yeah. The one thing that has crept into my mind, though, Penn State has rested a large portion of their starters basically for the entire fourth quarter. What happens when they got to play in Ohio State and all their starters have to start playing hard in the fourth quarter and logging snaps? Penn State's defensive starters, nobody logged over 20 snaps this past week. I mean, that is something. Conditioning has been something that's been in my head. Would you rather that than Rather be able to sit players rather than out there taking hits and playing four 4-quarter games and taking the wax. Yeah, obviously you would, but so much.
Maybe they'll just do it against UMass rather.
Just let them play. Yeah. I don't think they'll risk if it's a blowout, which hopefully it will be. Maybe it won't. That'd be something. If it wasn't a blowout against if they are out there, I don't think if they are blowing them out, I don't think that they will keep their players out there. But yes, conditioning has crept into my mind. Believe it or not. But on the note of back to your game, actually, AY, Ohio State did not rotate their defensive ends. Both defensive ends played all 65 defensive snaps. It's ridiculous. I've never seen that before. It's amazing.
I thought that they
Toy Malau and Sawyer.
I thought this was the game that they were gonna break out, but Alt and Fisher did a good job.
Neither one of them came off the field, so I would love to see that against Penn State.
Are they overrated?
They're
the DNs.
The DNs, I don't think they're necessarily overrated. Obviously, I can't say Tommy Law was overrated after his game last year. But yeah, I don't think that they're, they're definitely no Chase Youngs, even though both were rated basically. One was rated the number one recruit overall, and Sawyer was a 5-star also. So you expect
I guess we're comparing it to Chase Young and like Sam Hubbard. I guess it's pretty
that's
tough.
high. It's high.
I just thought they would be more disruptive, and they weren't.
Yeah, I think they're good, all Big Ten contributors, but are they the guy that played for Illinois last week, Johnny Newton? That guy is ridiculous. No, I don't think they're him.
True.
All right, on to this week.
Yeah, we need to flush last week out.
Flush it.
The one good thing coming from last week. Have you seen our records?
Yeah. How about that?
You guys are amazing.
Yeah, you're like 3 games behind me.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're three games behind Dan. And you're like 5 behind me. Like these are all free.
You got your lock last week, correct, Cam?
Finally, Alabama, yeah.
Alabama finally covered.
And all these picks are on video, so if there's any discrepancy, you can just watch it.
Yep.
That's true.
What a concept.
They're free.
And they're free.
For now. Yes.
For now. We will tout. We are touts.
Let's get cooking this week. We got a
Friday nighter.
We got a Friday nighter. I'm actually watching Oregon State, Washington State right now behind the screen. Early second quarter.
That was a good game. And are you guys starting to believe in Wazoo?
I guess just because they have Cam Ward. Yeah.
Ward's been slinging it.
From the incarnate word.
Yep. Dickert.
I think what Dan said earlier about the Pac-12 beating each other. Pac-12 is awesome.
Yeah, I love it.
It's the quarterback play is just it's so good. The offense is fun. These are just some good teams, fun teams.
I know it is quite the year to go out on. Congrats, Pac-12.
And I'm gonna go off script here, and I've done nothing this week just to avoid it all, but I did see this, and it was on here, and it stuck out to me as a update tries to Adobe get out of my face. There we go. I'm locking this game up this week.
Whoa!
I'm locking it up.
Chainsaws out?
Let's get the sauce out. Let's go, Beavs.
Oh my gosh!
I've seen enough out of Tar. Rising,
but isn't Rising supposed to finally play?
If he does, he's not going to be good. That Utah offense is so freaking gross. Their defense was amazing, yes, but this is it's going to be a little different on the road here.
Off the mat, Beavs. I think Beavs. They know they have no margin for error. I agree. I'm taking the Beavs here.
Well, I'll pick up where I left I wrote all these down. I'm saying this. I wrote all these down beforehand. That's what I do the first 5-10 minutes when we get on here. Finalize all mine, rather. I've been thinking about finalize it. Yeah, I'll go Tar, get the rising bump.
You going HP or no?
No, outright. This could be like the where I just one of those scenarios where I just continue to not trust DJU.
Yep. I really been calling it the Pac-2. We've been calling it the Pac-2, but it's actually the Tupac. We should have been calling it Tupac.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. It was right there.
Machiavelli in this bitch.
Don Play with a new picture, looks like.
Don Play.
Oh.
Is that you in a shark costume, Don Play? What's that?
Looks like Monsters, Inc. If the Twins.
Oh.
Don Play wagering on the last week of the regular season.
We're pulling for the Twin Cities. We're pulling for Minnesota.
Go Twinkies. They have some work to do. They're down 2.
Hey, how are you adjusting this year? Oh, what are you doing? Whoa. Oh, I see what you're doing.
I just put it in because I didn't know if you were doing it, but yeah, go for it.
I did it already.
Oh, maybe it didn't update on my end. That's weird.
Steno.
It's still not updated.
I think you stenoed over it.
Well, regardless or irregardless, did not update, but now you got it.
All right.
Florida, Kentucky.
Listen, I don't think Leary is very good here. He has not gotten his feet back under him yet. Florida getting a point. I mean, I'm not going to pick a push here, but
that'd be good.
That'd be good. I think both these teams are still gross.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Florida here for a little revenge. I think Mertz has been surprisingly decent. He's been the best transfer quarterback, I think. Oh, maybe outside of DJU, maybe. But
I think there's another decent one.
Well, not in the. Oh yeah, yours. In the SEC, he's been the best. In the SEC, he's been the best. Maybe Jackson Dart if you count last year's transfers.
There's the third one in Brennan Armstrong, but
yeah, the Armstrong, very, very ass there.
Big win against his old squad.
Yeah. I will take. I'll take Florida here and Mertz. I think maybe Billy gets going a little bit here. I'm taking them.
Yeah, I'll go Billy Knapp here as well. I just talked about DJU last pick. I think I do trust Dennis Leary less than Mertz.
Which is surprising, very surprising.
Yeah. I didn't love him at NC State either at any point.
He is a South Jersey guy, though. Timber Creek guy.
That close to Florence.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not from down that way, but Timber Creek guy.
Or is he from Central Jersey? That's the question.
Not from Central Jersey. I can verify that.
Oh, I know some people have a real hard time deciphering Central from Southern Jersey.
That's true. It's true. There are people that feel that way. Central Jersey is real.
And people that live there misidentify themselves. So I never know what to believe.
It's true. It's true.
It's true.
We have a resident, so I defer to Ken on this.
Yeah.
And Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett also said there was a Central.
He is very South Jersey.
I think he's Central Jersey, though. He says he's from Central.
Really?
Oh, boy.
I'll look it up.
We'll just wait him.
He's from Ocean Township. He's from the South. He's from Ocean.
All that comes up is Kenny Pickett jerseys when I type in Kenny Pickett Central Jersey.
I guess he could be Central, but Central is doesn't extend out east. Central is like a region that basically ends to the west of him. And once you get to the shore, like where he's from, I don't think that's Central Jersey, even though it is technically in the center of New Jersey, in the middle.
All right.
But we digress.
Yeah.
I'll be quick. I'm going to Kentucky because they're unranked and favored.
Wow.
The angle.
The angle.
I'm not messing around.
All right.
And I think Napier, you got your win. You've been losing these. I think he could be kind of one of these just flame outs. We'll say
Florida's had
yeah.
Florida every coach flames out. If Florida, it seems.
Start strong. Well, maybe it didn't even start strong. So what am I saying?
The last coach that didn't flame out for Florida was
Spurrier because he went to the NFL.
Went to the Redskins. The Edskins.
Did Urban flame out?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the last year was bad.
Last year was terrible.
I was trying to think of what the last year was.
That was didn't they play Penn State that year?
He played Penn State in the Outback Bowl. 7-5, both of them I think were.
Oh, I do remember that now. Ew, yeah, that wasn't good. Where we go next? We're going to going to the Carrier Dome.
Oh boy.
Clemson, Syracuse.
R&L Carriers.
I don't know what to make of this game.
Clemson has traditionally not done well in this venue.
It's not Friday night, at least.
It's not Friday night, at least. It is Saturday at noon, I think. Clemson getting off the mat after a terrible, terribly heart-wrenching loss. So you got the missed field goal at the end of the regulation from the would-be Hollywood story. If he had played the game this week, the strike would be over, and they'd be able to, the writers would be able to
They wanted that field goal. I think it was McElroy on the call. They wanted that so badly.
McElroy, it could have been a Hollywood ending, and then McDonough saying, but the writers on strike.
Oh, McDonough was just drooling that drive.
Oh, yeah. I personally don't like McDonough. This is very quick on his feet, though, but the writers on strike.
He was, yeah. I was kind of neutral that game, but he made me immediately go for Florida State.
Yeah. I don't know. I do think Clemson will win because there's no way they start 0-3 in the ACC. But 6.5, it's up to 7 now. I've seen. Cuse, call me crazy. I don't think they're bad this year. Obviously, we've seen this story before from him, Dino and the Shredder. I'll take them to cover here, but I'll hedge P it. I'll take Clemson to win. I will take. Let's go 28-24.
We have 6.5.
Yeah, I'm laying with Q's. Or I'm laying with Q's. Laying with Clem.
I am too. Don't ask me how.
They don't have to kick field goals.
I guess that, and just give Shipley the ball.
Yeah, what the hell?
Like, just give him the ball, Dabo. And
you think he wishes he went to Notre Dame?
He still could next year. I don't know why a running back would grad transfer, but he still could.
Penn State got one. Penn State lost one, and you guys got one from Penn State. You guys got one from Penn State.
They played all 5.
You got John Lovett, right, Ken?
No, we have Trey Potts from Minnesota. We had John Lovett 2 years ago, I think.
Yeah. He was a grad chair.
He was from Baylor. He was non-factor by the end. But AY got 4 from Penn State.
All 5 running backs got touches in the first quarter last week.
Spreading the wealth.
That's a stable.
Yeah.
And if
Penn State is just the front two. They got to get Trey Potts involved a little bit.
If you haven't noticed, I just pushed a little mini domino with Clemson getting the win.
Well, we all have Clemson getting the win.
Hey, need it.
Yep.
No Cuse on the schedule this year. Georgia, Auburn.
A lot of people trendy here thinking Auburn's going to make it a game because Georgia has
it just smells so bad.
Yeah. Freeze, that offense couldn't do anything against Jumbo. What was it? They scored 10 points, but one of them was the pick 6 or whatever.
Right.
They may get 2 points against Georgia. I'm going to cover here for Kirby.
I probably should as well, but I'll take off. Then this should be. I don't know why this is over 20 points. Georgia hasn't covered yet.
They have not. That's also why I think they're due.
Yeah.
Is Peyton Thorne still under center?
Well, it sounds like there may be some movement there, but
that's the other guy that was coming in against Cal.
No, they had the runner from last year that played against Penn State. What's his name from Oregon? He transferred from Oregon. I forget.
Burmeister. All right.
Burmeister.
Number 9, I think he is.
So I really want to go. Just take Auburn here to hang on.
One of us did, if you don't want to, for posterity.
Yeah, well, Auburn, hang on.
All right.
Georgia by 14.
Feeling good here. I think.
Apparently, there's a Central Jersey playoffs for football, by the way.
Well, Central Jersey is also division in
or division, yeah.
It is. It's like a section. It's a group. Central Jersey Group 4. Central Group. Yeah.
We'll get back to the Auburn.
One person on the podcast is a Central Jersey Group 3 winter track gold medalist here.
Nice.
But that, I think there's like schools from like the north and the south. Like that it's weird. That's just a classification, I think.
Robbie Ashford is the running quarterback.
That is Ashford.
Ashford, yeah.
This number, Kansas, Texas, has gone down from 18.5, so like 18.5 to open down to below the 17-point mark now.
Wow, a lot of belief in so we're getting a good line.
Yes. For Texas.
I got next pit head coach Lance Leipold covering. Yes.
Yeah, you got Kansas too. We completely whiffed last week.
I'm going Texas then here.
Yep. I did it last week against Baylor. I'll go back to the well.
I'll go back to the well. Texas, it's still Texas.
Texas versus Kansas. I'm going Texas as well here. I think I'm making up some ground here next week. Either that or I'm falling even further behind from you guys.
Calculated risk.
This one I may lock up. I don't think I'm a believer in Lane. I may lock it up, not yet, but I'm going Brian here. I like them. They squeaked by, but yeah, I got it at 1.5 earlier this week. It's at 2.5 now. So I think they'll win by a touchdown. Won't be pretty by any means, but I think Brian's not that they humming by any means, but I think it'll be a good hard fought victory. I'll go like a 28-21 kind of victory, something like that.
Last part on Central Jersey.
Yes.
So they did play in the 2015 Central Jersey Group 3 playoffs, Ocean Township. There you go.
Very good.
That's it. Putting it to bed.
There it is.
How do people argue there's not Central Jersey? I don't understand.
Because for the longest time, that region just didn't have anything. My hometown, farmland. It was just farm. There's nothing there.
Adapt or die. All right. Which game are we on? Still Kansas or no?
No, we are on to
LSU.
LSU on this.
LSU. Although I saw that stooge Brad Powers talking about LSU as well. It didn't make me feel good. I randomly see, because of my stupid I will say Elon gets me probably once or twice a week with the For You.
Oh yeah.
I love being on the following, obviously, because that's in chronological order. But I did see VSiN randomly post like Brad Powers gives his. I was like, all right, I'll see what this hack has to say. He picked LSU. I'll back Powers. Austin Powers.
Powers.
Well, his biggest position of the year was last week.
On what?
Mostly from summertime lines, game of the year bets, and he kept hitting it. His biggest position of the year was Ohio State. So
What was the game of the year line?
Anywhere from 7.5 to 9. He just pissed away a truckload of money.
Yeah.
And he's a Notre Dame fan, so he got the double whammy.
Why would he do that?
I listened
He's
to
a stooge.
He infiltrated a now submarine. He's on every week with Furman and Payne on Bet the Board. And Furman, you guys know, I listened to Todd Furman for the last 12 years.
Yeah, Furman does a nice job.
I listened to Furman for 12 years, and he does.
Number one team.
Him and Chris Wormy do a NASCAR podcast, and him and Payne to the NFL. But I just like Furman. It used to be him, Kramer, Bud Elliott, and
well, you know my thoughts on that guy.
I don't like
some Drew guy. This is back like 10 years ago. That's when, but yeah. Anyways, Powers on Furman. Long way of saying, yeah, he's a stooge. But
Don play with a special request on
Thursday night game.
Who is it again? I looked at it.
I think it's a Leo. It's a Leo's in Green Bay.
No, I think he means the college. Well, remember we've got Don's crackpot game of the week. It could be any one of these. I know he loves Sam Houston from last week. He said he loves Sam Houston.
Middle Tennessee versus Western Kentucky under 6.5.
I would say out of all those games,
6.5.
Probably. Here's dynamite analysis. I would go Temple plus 3.5 because Kurt Warner's son is their quarterback.
Whoa.
But Rich Rod seems to be okay. He said Mitsu, Western Kentucky under 60.5 is what I was looking at. That spread is Mitsu 6.5.
I don't know how you can trust Mitsu. They just lost last week.
How are you taking a Western Kentucky under too?
Mitsu lost at home last week to Colorado State, who had talk about.
I had bet that game.
Talk about your tank being empty. Yeah. They flew across the country, went into Mitsu, and beat him. Like, what's your excuse there?
Stockstill doesn't have enough kids. That's the problem.
That must be it, because that was. You got it. Colorado State, that had to be. Talk about I think Notre Dame's in a tough spot emotionally. Those Rams had none chance, and they won.
Yeah.
As far as LSU will miss, give me LSU. I am not ruling out LSU at 9-1 making the playoff. I just don't think it's a good number. I would think the money line rollover would be a better option, but that's too much to keep up with. But yeah, I think LSU still not a great shot, but a shot at the playoff for sure.
Sure.
They have one loss and they're 9-1. I think that's a good number. That's a worth a 20 piece for sure.
Yeah, that's a weird total. I'm looking at Don. Yeah, the Temple. All jokes aside, about Kurt Warner, the under 55.5 is weird because it doesn't look like either of those teams are capable of scoring that much. But we'll see. Twinkie's tied it up nice. Twinkie's got the 2-out lightning going there. 4-4 bottom of the 6th.
Dan,
I will go. We'll go into the Holy Try games. I suppose you could go as well, Cam. Well, otherwise, never mind. He's back.
Oh, would you go for? You took Lane or no?
I took LSU.
Yeah, I'm on LSU.
We're all on LSU. We're
all on LSU.
Yep.
All right. I will go first. I don't have too much to say here. I mentioned this. I'm hoping for a couple of explosive plays out of these guys. Should be a very quiet stadium. Jimbo Franklin,
prepared. Team is prepared.
Preparing. He thinks of everything. CJF thinks of everything.
Yep.
Oh
my God.
Northwestern, a little momentum, scoring 21 unanswered in the fourth quarter to force overtime against Fleck. I don't know what Fleck is doing these days. That's gross.
31-10 they were up.
Yeah, not good. I'm taking Penn State big here. Despite the sleepy start, I don't think Northwestern will be able to score is the thing. I think Penn State will yet again get a lot of people in there. It'll be a ho-hum. Ho-hum, I'll go like a 38-3 win, 38-7 win, something like that.
I got 51-11. Penn State.
Yeah, let's go back-to-back shutouts. 34-0.
Wow, all on PSU. There you go.
Yeah, I'm going for the Holy Try sweep this weekend. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm not even – I would say this is in the bottom 5 games of the week. Pitt and Virginia Tech on the ACK network. Not much to say.
Acrisure network.
Right. Not much to say otherwise. don't know who's going to play quarterback. I guess we did kind of skim over news and notes, but one of our favorite names, Matt Goncalves, aka Gonsalves, out for the year, which is, I mean, obviously it's terrible, but I was joking the next day, or someone had brought up to me, I wasn't initiating the joke, that it looked like he was, and I did agree with it, so I guess I'm in on it, but it looked like he just didn't want to go back in against West Virginia. And then it turns out he's out for the season with an injury. So, bummer for him. We'll see what he does. He's one of those kind of fringe prospects. I imagine he would get healthy and come back because it's not like he was a bona fide first or second day draft pick for that matter. So, get well soon. Gonsalves / Gonzalez / Goncalves. And Pitt wins. I will go 24-16. There you have it. I don't know if he's going to be playing quarterback either.
I mean, Veillere from the numbers do not look good.
No, I mean, yeah, I was.
Jurkovic from the numbers looked very efficient. Though he was not
a moot point at this point, Cam.
He was not employing the large Bills offense.
Right. Yeah, moot point at this point.
I will take Pitt as well here. Two desperate teams, probably not having it, so I'll take them to cover here.
Is this going to be prize 0.5?
It should be, even though that was last
year 0.5 for prize.
I'm going Pitt as well here. Let's go 25 to 19. Gross game.
I will say I came out strong with the Louisville Venom. If they lose this game, I will reserve the right to change my lock for weeks now. But I don't think they will.
Yeah, you found that Homer Simpson photo was perfect.
Yeah, I wish I would have thought of it in the moment. It's one of my favorite.
That perfectly encapsulates my fanhood here.
Yeah,
and all fanhood. Hold it up. Pitt gets back on the horse this week. Yeah. Let's go 15-10.
Nice. That was the Patriots Jets score, so that's appropriate. Don, he's saying now USC Colorado under 74. Like, I just wouldn't want to be watching there rooting for that under because
there's no defenses on that.
It's going to look like USC.
There's not a single
defense. Going to be able to go through them like a hot knife through butter, and then Colorado might do some crazy shit.
Also, USC's defense could give up. You saw what they did against Arizona State last week. Shedeur and that offense is better than them.
Right.
At Arizona State. So
I wouldn't want any part of that. I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't touch that.
Don loves his unders, evidently.
He wants boring football. Though, what was it? The nighttime games in the NFL, I think unders have gone 12-2 or something like that this year.
That checks out.
And then primetime games.
Yeah, 25-11 last week. Rams Bengals was under. Yeah, checks out. Just
oddly, the Steelers Browns did not go under.
No, that did not go. And I think Minnesota and Philly did not go under either. So that's two.
No, it's not. PA influence there. Irish Duke. This is gonna be simple. No disrespect to Duke, but this is just if Notre Dame shows up and can get over last week, take care of business, they win the game. Any funny business? Duke's been putting up some numbers this year. I mean, I'll be against Northwestern, Con. That Clemson game has 27-7, but remember that game, how freaking funky that was, with just all the yardage and turnovers at the worst times. Duke is solid for sure, but Notre Dame shows up and just, I don't want to say wants to win, but Notre Dame shows up, they win this game and they cover. And I mean, you gotta have some rose-colored glasses here. So let's say Notre Dame 31-17.
That's some Kelly Green colored glasses for you. I will also take them. I think 5.5 is too little here. I might bet it as well. I'm taking.
Opened immediately. Opened at 2.
Yeah.
Immediately 5.5, and no, Joes aren't betting it Sunday night. So I mean, for what it's worth, that was all professional money. They went blue through 3, blue through 4. And encroached on 6 when the books were like, we got to put up some defense here. So either the books are completely wrong or all the pros, but we'll see.
I'm not loving. They're staggering these tennis tournaments now. I don't know what those are. Yeah, I mean, I'd say I get the Holy Try sweep, Irish.
Well, you're on Pitt as well, right? We got the full Holy Try sweep going.
All sweeps,
so.
all Holy Try sweeps.
Wow,
would be the first time since I don't know.
Let's get a bounce back for the two of us. A little reset, week by week. I mean, if I'm being completely transparent here, I just want, I can say because I'm not playing. I just want 2 wins and just go into that USC game at 6-1 against an undefeated USC team. Kind of feels like a season reset at that point.
Yeah, marbles right there.
So I want that game to really mean something. Hopefully the players go 1 game at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully the weather's good in Duke too. Go back to Carolina. Should be good.
Should be good.
As for this Saturday, though, I have I just told Roth I have dinner in Gettysburg Saturday evening, followed by an escape room, which was scheduled weeks ago, and of course, last week we find out the Duke game is scheduled for 7:30 kick. So we'll do. I don't know. We'll figure something out, but
better get out of there pretty fast.
Cheyenne will be with me, and he's pretty smart cookie, so hopefully he figures it out. But yeah, that's my weekend. Can take it in from the couch this weekend.
Oh yeah, can't wait.
Dan?
Yeah, I don't know how much of my game I'll actually take in, but no, yeah, I'll be couch potato.
Good deal. What a brisk, efficient pod here, coming in under 60.
Thank goodness.
Even with the elongated, sad start, but good deal here. We'll be back next week before Ken ships off.
Are you gonna lock us up here?
Oh yeah, we have locks. I forgot. Well, because
I'm unprepared.
I already made mine, so that's why I was like, we're good. Lock. Yeah, we're going locks here. Ken on the board last week.
Yeah, finally. So AY, let's log it in for posterity's sake. AY taking the Beavs.
Yep, still unblemished with a. Of course, that one push is going to just linger all year now. It's like, oh, what was that push? Oh, that's right. Pissing me right off. I got the Beavs. Where are you guys going?
I'm going to what I did say before. LSU going to take care of Lane here.
Give me. I'm going to lay the 3.5 with the Memphis Tigers. Boise. Here's the thing. I think the ass technicians are ass.
Yep, they are.
And Boise, I wouldn't say they had a whale of a time with them, from what I was able to review earlier in the week. But it's not good. But this is not your older brother's Boise State. So I will go with the Memphis Tigers and Long John Silverfield.
Fist.
Cover the 3.5.
Long John Silverfield.
Yeah.
Long John Silverfield's tackling left much to be desired when I watched them against the Naval Academy.
Yep.
They were gross.
I've cleaned some things up.
They
Maybe only for one game.
Looked like they had a good game against Luther Burden and Mizzou,
though. For those of you out there, if you are tailing me on the Beeps Friday night, after that hits, you want some rolled over onto
bonus.
Our JMU Dukes -3 against South Alabama this weekend. For JMU, they're not playing for much besides big games because they can't do anything until next year.
What do you think of USA going into T-Boone Pickens, getting that win and then turning around, and who they lose to this past week?
Central Michigan.
JMU.
Yeah, against the Shark Hunters.
Doesn't make any sense.
The Shark Hunters.
Were they looking ahead? Sure, but it's not gonna matter against JMU. JMU just went into Utah State and got the win.
Spygate.
Signetti.
Cell phone.
Signetti cracking heads. All right, so we did come in right over the 60-minute mark here, anyway.
Smooth operator.
Yes, indeed.
Smooth operator. Bring us home.
I did not know that was a song either.
Really?
I always associated Smooth Operator with Carlos Sainz, the Ferrari driver.
Huh.
That's his nickname. Now, and it's a song. So there you have it.
Limited clear the races talk of late. Otherwise, I feel like if we were peak clear the races talk, I would have got that.
Yeah, I mean Verstappen's been winning everything, but
yeah.
I still watch it all. I just don't really text about it. But yeah. There we go. Enjoy the week. We'll be back next week with our preview. Go this weekend. Thank you, Don, for checking us out. Everyone out there. For me, AWF, people say Capital Blue State, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, 2 Mile West, Dieberg.
Good night, all.
And Can to my east.
Well, good night.
Thank you for listening. We'll be back next week. Take care and have a good one.